Hi friends, today we'll be going over scoliosis. So here we have is the chart for scoliosis. So first things first, this is the left side and this is the right side of the spine. The side where you see the hump is the name of the scoliosis. So this one would be our right-sided scoliosis. Okay, so the side in which you have a hump would be more stretched and elongated, which would be like a weaker side for the muscle, and the opposite side is the concave muscle side, in which you will have tight and narrow structures. So let's go ahead and see the convex side first. So this side you will have the shoulder elevated or hiked up. Then you have, of course, your scapula, which is again elevated. Rib hump would be seen this side. Now since this is the elongated side, your disc space is increased. You have your lung volume that's increased, and of course the intervertebral space would be increased. So we can say it's the opening of the vertebrae. You have good breathing. Thoracic is narrow because it gets shifted. You will have a posterior rib hump like we already discussed. You will have vertebral body's deviation, which is more seen on the convex side. Similarly, if we just see on the concave side, you will have a shoulder drop. So here you have the elevation of the shoulder, whereas here you have a drop in the shoulder, or you will have the scapula being dropped down. Disc space reduces because of the concavity, in which here your space shrinks. Disc space is reduced, you will have a decrease in your lung volume. So yeah, now again, instead of the opening of the intervertebral spaces, you will have reduction, which is closing of your vertebrae, which is poor breathing. Thoracic cage would widen up, since you have an anterior rib hump. Now this place, the spinous processes, you will be deviated towards the concave side, and the vertebral bodies would be deviated towards the convex side. Now this was for the upper body and the trunk. What happens to the lower body? The side where you have the rib hump or the shoulder hike, the opposite side you will have the pelvic hike. So say for example here, since it's the right side, it's scoliosis, you had the shoulder elevation on the right side. The pelvic height here would be on the left side, which is on the concave side. So here you will have a pelvic hike, which means eventually your GMED, gluteus medius muscle, would be weak, and you'll have a tight QL, which will be eventually pulling your pelvis up, and you will have a GMED weakness here. Now, then with the leg, you will have like kind of a long leg. So the mnemonic can be long SIP. That means your supinators, inverters, and your plantar flexors are tight. On the contrary, on the right side, which is the convex side here, you will have a pelvic drop. So I can say your GMED is tight here. You will have GMED tightness, weak QL, and the mnemonic would be short PD. That means pronators, everters, and dorsiflexors are tight here. So taking this scoliosis for a gist, the convex side, you will have the stretched or the weakened structures, and on the left side, which is the concave side, you will have a tight and a narrow structure. The side you have the shoulder elevation will have the pelvic drop, and the side which has the shoulder drop will have a pelvic height.